Hello and welcome to today's English news program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. I'm Gülər Hətamova. On 25 April, President İlham Əliyev received Kaja Kallas, High Representative of the European Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy and Vice President of the European Commission.
Kaja Kallas emphasized the European Union's high regard for its relations with Azerbaijan and expressed interest in further developing these ties. She highlighted the successful and efficient cooperation between Azerbaijan and the EU in the energy sector, describing Azerbaijan as a reliable partner in ensuring Europe's energy security. Kallas also touched upon transportation connectivity, underscoring Azerbaijan's significant role as a key regional state located in an important geopolitical area. President İlham Əliyev affirmed that Azerbaijan is a reliable partner of the European Union. The head of state noted the importance of the Southern Gas Corridor, which has been operational for 4 years and plays a vital role in Europe's gas supply. The president highlighted that Azerbaijan now supplies gas to 10 European countries, including 8 EU member states. President İlham Əliyev pointed out that Azerbaijan is one of the first countries to provide gas to the European space in terms of the geographical scope of its gas supply. The head of state noted the successful and effective dialogue between Azerbaijan and the European Union within the framework of the Southern Gas Corridor Advisory Council and highlighted the significant opportunities for cooperation in the field of renewable energy. President İlham Əliyev pointed out that Azerbaijan possesses substantial wind energy resources in its sector of the Caspian Sea. The president also emphasized Azerbaijan's important role in developing the Trans-Caspian Renewable Energy Corridor with Central Asian countries and in realizing projects in the Black Sea region, which include Georgia, Romania, Hungary, and recently Bulgaria. President İlham Əliyev also mentioned that there are extensive possibilities for cooperation between Azerbaijan and the European Union in the transport sector, in addition to gas. The discussions also included an exchange of views on ensuring lasting stability in the South Caucasus region. President İlham Əliyev affirmed that bilateral steps and discussions were in progress to normalize relations between Armenia and Azerbaijan. The meeting concluded with an exchange of views on other issues of mutual interest.
President İlham Əliyev received Feridun Sinirlioğlu, Secretary General of the OSCE.
The head of state congratulated Feridun Sinirlioğlu on his appointment as the OSCE Secretary General. Feridun Sinirlioğlu expresses gratitude for the congratulations and emphasized that the South Caucasus is one of the key regions on the OSCE agenda. The OSCE Secretary General conveyed his congratulations on the progress made regarding the agreement on the text of the peace treaty between Armenia and Azerbaijan. He also noted that discussions on the normalization of relations between the two countries are ongoing. Sinirlioğlu touched upon the cooperation projects implemented by the OSCE with Azerbaijan. The head of state stated that the time has long come to abolish the OSCE Minsk Group, which had completely failed in resolving the former Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict and all institutions related to it, and reiterated that Armenia should also take steps in that regard. President İlham Əliyev affirmed that Azerbaijan had fully secured its territorial integrity and sovereignty through military and political means, thereby ensuring the establishment of the Helsinki Final Act and the norms and principles of international law in the South Caucasus. The meeting included an exchange of views on various areas of cooperation between Azerbaijan and the OSCE.
On April 25, President İlham Əliyev and First Lady Mehriban Əliyeva visited the Church of the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary in Baku to offer their condolences following the death of Pope Francis.
The President and the First Lady were welcomed by Bishop Vladimir Fekete, the Apostolic Prefect of the Catholic Church in Azerbaijan. President İlham Əliyev and First Lady Mehriban Əliyeva signed a book of condolences. The head of state and the First Lady then engaged in a conversation with Vladimir Fekete. President Ilham Aliyev fondly recalled his meetings with Pope Francis and the Pontiff's visit to Baku, emphasizing that the Pope's meeting with representatives of religious communities operating in Azerbaijan at the Heydar Mosque conveyed a strong message about the importance of unity among people. The president said that Pope Francis would be remembered as a humble person in people's memories who shared the needs and hopes of ordinary individuals. First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva also fondly recalled her meetings with Pope Francis. Vladimir Fekete expresses gratitude to the head of state and the First Lady for their condolences, saying that Pope Francis was a true role model as the leader of the Catholic Church.
A regular session of the trial on the criminal case of 15 people accused of committing numerous crimes as a result of Armenia's military aggression against Azerbaijan was held. The persons who suffered as a result of crimes committed by Armenian armed forces in the center and villages of Shusha district testified at the session. It was noted that in 1988, after the beginning of the Miyatsu movement, Armenians demanded the annexation of Azerbaijani territories to Armenia. On 21 November 1991, Shusha was shelled from different types of weapons. Responding to the questions of the prosecutors defending the state prosecution, the victims noted that at that time, the Armenian armed forces also used military equipment of the 366th Motorized Rifle Regiment of the Soviet Army. Heavy equipment and large caliber weapons were used during the occupation of Shusha. During that period, the enemy engaged in human trafficking. Armenians demanded money from Azerbaijanis to release captives and prisoners. Vice President of the Heydar Aliyev Foundation, Leyla Aliyeva, held a number of meetings in Beijing. Cooperation between Azerbaijan and China in humanitarian field was discussed. During her visit to China, Vice President of the Heydar Aliyev Foundation, Leyla Aliyeva, met with Vice Rector of Beijing Foreign Studies University, Zhao Zhang, and Chinese students studying Azerbaijani. The meeting highlighted the role of youth in the expansion of Azerbaijan-China relations, as well as the projects implemented in the education systems of both countries in this direction. The importance of the Azerbaijani language department at Beijing Foreign Studies University, dedicated to studying, researching, promoting Azerbaijani culture, and its role in training specialists in the Azerbaijani language was emphasized. The university's curriculum not only includes the Azerbaijani language but also courses in Azerbaijani history, culture, and literature. Within the nearly 10-year-long cooperation between the Heydar Aliyev Foundation and Beijing Foreign Studies University, a number of joint projects have been carried out. Distance Chinese language courses have been held at the Azerbaijan State University of Economics since 2019 on the initiative and with the support of Leyla Aliyeva, Vice President of the Heydar Aliyev Foundation. During the meeting, they decided that the Memorandum of Understanding would be signed between the Heydar Aliyev Foundation and Beijing Foreign Languages University this year. Then Leyla Aliyeva visited the Azerbaijani language department. She was informed about upcoming measures to further expand the department's activities. The importance of the Heydar Aliyev Foundation's publications in various fields, including those promoting Azerbaijani culture in Chinese, was also stressed. Vice President of the Heydar Ali Foundation, Lila visited the Chinese National Human Genome Center in Beijing. Established by the Chinese Minister of Science and Technology, Chinese National Human Genome Center is one of the Chinese leading national institutions in genome research. The center is equipped with the state-of-the-art equipment. Lila Alieva toured the laboratories and biobank of the center. During her meeting with the center's leadership, prospects for a cooperation with relevant Azerbaijani institutions were discussed, including the potential application of CHGB's methods in treatment of oncological diseases, cerebral palsy, and other conditions. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Stay well.